Liverpool fans are no strangers to transfer twists, but this latest update on Marc Guéhi has sent shockwaves through the football world. With speculation already swirling around the England defender's future, the Reds have now made a reveal that could change the entire narrative heading into the next window. It's a development few saw coming. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool have reportedly made clear that they won't send Federico Chiesa on loan amid interest from Besiktas. With the transfer window in Turkey open until September 12th, it is still possible for players to move from the Premier League to the Super League. Besiktas are among the clubs looking for a winger, and they have made an approach to Liverpool, according to transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano. On Saturday, the reporter said, "I can also reveal to you that Besiktas also called for Federico Chiesa. Besiktas, in the last 24 to 48 hours, tried to call for Federico Chiesa to understand his situation at Liverpool." Romano's sources have clearly made it obvious that Liverpool won't loan their Italian, with the reporter adding, "Liverpool are not letting Federico go on loan. At the moment, negotiations are not advanced. It's not something concrete and advanced, but they made a call also to Federico Chiesa." SP let's say that Besiktas are looking for that position on the market. They could be one to watch because they are prepared to invest. Though unlikely, if Besiktas were to come in with a permanent offer Liverpool deem a good price, the Reds would be dealt a decision that would probably be guided by the player's wishes. Earlier in the summer, it seemed certain Chiesa would leave. However, no suitable offers emerged, and the passing of Diogo Jota elevated his teammate into a more influential position. Despite coming on in all three of Liverpool's opening Premier League matches, Alexander Isak's arrival means his minutes will be numbered from here on out. Chiesa's exclusion from the Champions League squad all but confirmed he was only being used in attack, while the Reds waited for their new number 9. Now, in a massive Marc Guéhi reveal, Liverpool won't pursue a transfer for Marc Guéhi in January but will wait until next summer, prominent Merseyside journalists have reported. Following Liverpool's collapsed attempt to sign Guéhi from Crystal Palace, some fans expected the Reds to go back in for him in January. However, the Times' Paul Joyce wrote, "Liverpool will not revisit their interest in Marc Guéhi in January and would only now sign the Crystal Palace centre-back on a free transfer next summer, while interest from other further parties could theoretically get in the way. Man City, Juventus and Barcelona have all been mentioned." The Telegraph's Chris Bascom reported that Liverpool see the referencing of other clubs as a bluff to bring them back to the table on January 1st. With the 25-year-old's contract expiring at the end of the season, it makes sense that Liverpool would wait to bring him in rather than spend a considerable sum in the January transfer window. However, many would argue Liverpool could do with Guéhi in the squad now, given Joe Gomez's poor injury record and Giovanni Leone's inexperience leave the Reds with just 2 regular centre-halves. Bascom added, "Guéhi would have been a replacement for Gomez rather than Ibrahima Konate, although the French defender finds himself in an identical position to the Palace skipper. Now in the final year of his deal, Liverpool's bid for Guéhi of £35 million plus a 10% sell-on clause had been accepted by Crystal Palace on deadline day, but the Eagles went back on their agreement upon being unable to secure a replacement for Guéhi in the market. Chairman Steve Parish decided to pull the plug, with manager Oliver Glasner reportedly threatening to resign if Guéhi was sold, having repeatedly said in the press that his captain would have to remain at Selhurst Park. Leone is yet to feature for Slot's side and was left out of the squad for the 1-0 win over Arsenal, but he is considered a genuine first-team option and will be expected to provide competition to the established order as the season goes on. With Gomez denied a move to AC Milan on deadline day as there was deemed not enough time to finalise, Slot could have been left to work with 5 senior centre-backs if Guéhi had joined. The word luxury is clearly not a negative one, but the head coach may have found it trickier to keep all 3 of Guéhi, Leone and Gomez happy behind the first-choice partnership of Van Dijk and Konate. Moreover, the Dutchman was already comfortable knowing that he may be required to turn to one of Wataru Endo Ryan Gravenberch or Andy Robertson as centre-back options in an emergency. Liverpool's decision marks a bold shift in their transfer strategy. By refusing to spend big in January and instead waiting for Guehi's contract to run down, the Reds are showing confidence in their current defensive options while keeping a close eye on the long game. It's a gamble, with heavyweights like Man City, Juventus and Barcelona lurking, but Liverpool believe patience will ultimately pay off when it comes to securing one of England's most reliable defenders. In other news, Dominik Szoboszlai set up a goal for Hungary as he played alongside Milos Kerkez against Ireland, while Wataru Endo featured for Japan in California. Hungary were held to a 2-2 draw against by the Republic of Ireland, as Szoboszlai played 90 minutes in Dublin, and Kerkez was withdrawn 10 minutes before the end. Though it was just the first game of World Cup qualifying for the duo, there was already a sense of importance to the fixture, given that Group F also includes Portugal and Armenia. It took Hungary just 2 minutes to score at the Aviva Stadium, with Barnabas Vargas capitalising on a defence which had failed to push out quickly enough. Roland Salai, who plays for Galatasaray and will face Liverpool before the month is out, then scored the second just over 10 minutes later. Szoboszlai delivered the out-swinging corner, which the tall attacker glanced on beautifully into the far corner with his head. That would be the high point for Hungary though, as Ireland then get on top, dominating and eventually finding a deserved 93rd minute equaliser through striker Adam Aida, who has just moved from Celtic to Swansea. In what was a generally disappointing showing by Hungary, Szoboszlai and Kerkez were two of the team's better performers, rated at 7.6 and 7.2 out of 10 respectively by FOTMob. Next up for Hungary is another World Cup qualifier, Tuesday night's home match against Portugal. Roberto Martinez's Portugal side also played on Saturday evening, beating Armenia 5-0. Upon scoring his side's third goal, João Cancelo remembered Diogo Jota by producing his video game celebration. Elsewhere, Endo played 90 minutes for Japan, as he captained the team to a goalless draw in a friendly against Mexico. Played at the Oakland Coliseum in California, Liverpool's midfielder made 6 recoveries and was dribbled past just once in a solid display. The match was balanced, if not exciting, with possession split down the middle, and the most notable event coming in injury time when Cesar Montes was sent off for Mexico, who were booed off at full time. Japan will remain in America and travel to Columbus, Ohio for their next friendly, with a game against Mauricio Pochettino's USA team scheduled for 12:30 AM on Wednesday morning. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.